there, and welcome back to another video from Benidorm and beyond. As you can see, the weather is beautiful here in resort, and the temperatures have been up in the early 30s again, although the humidity has been a little hard to deal with for those of us who can't handle it so well, like me. But judging by the packed beaches and sea, everyone else has been loving every minute, and it's great to see a busy Benidorm once again. Here at the Rincon de Loix end of the Levante beach, all the water sports stands are up and running and doing great business. There is such a vast choice of activities, and you can choose from boat trips to diving, to parasailing and jet skis, or maybe just bumping around on a banana boat. And then of course the best bit, laughing at all your friends and family as they get knocked off the banana and plunged into the sea. With Carlos Watersports Benidorm, who have been operating in the town for over 30 years and are on Poniente Beach as well, you can hire 30 minutes on a jet ski for €70, which includes up to 2 people in the price, and certainly looks a lot of high-speed fun if you're an adrenaline junkie. They also offer 60-minute sessions for those of you who want a little longer to really enjoy the full experience. If it's an aerial view of the sea, city and across to the mountains you're after, then parasailing is also available, if you have a head for heights. These trips start at €70 for an individual ride, or €50 per person if you want to go up accompanied. And while it isn't the cheapest thing you can do in Benidorm, it's certainly something you will always remember. The cable ski is always super popular too, and there's nothing better than sitting along the seafront watching the skiers do their stuff, or at least try their best to. Tickets are sold on a timed basis or by how many laps or attempts you want to make. You can also book ski or wakeboard lessons with a company, and as they have been operating now for more than 50 years in Benidorm, you know you will be in safe hands. For the more leisurely, it is of course a joy just to paddle in the clear, shallow Mediterranean by the water's edge, or maybe enjoy a ball game or a laid-back swim. Or even more leisurely than that, just sit back, open a book and soak up the sun. The boat trip to Peacock Island is now running again and departs from the port in the Old Town every morning at 10:30 a.m. and then every hour after that. The price is €15 return for adults and €12 for children. If you fancy going a little further, why not take the hour's boat trip all the way to the beautiful seaside resort of Calpe, which is renowned for its seafood restaurants. This excursion leaves every Wednesday and Friday at 11:30 a.m, returning at 4:30 p.m, and costs €25 for adults and €17 for children. There are masses of iconic blue sun loungers and parasols for hire, or just do as the Spanish do and bring your own. That way you can easily pack them up when you're ready for lunch at one of the many beachfront cafes or restaurants, then take them back down again afterwards, ready for a siesta on the sand. I love to see all the beach shops along the front, selling their straw hats, sunglasses, deck chairs, and of course the myriad of colourful inflatable animals, all ready to be launched into the sea, or maybe less dangerously, the pool at your hotel or apartment. Even though I've lived here many years myself, it still gives me the feeling of being on holiday and away from the everyday stresses, especially when I get a whiff of coconut-flavoured suntan lotion, which takes me off to holiday memories every time. The bars, cafes and restaurants are now doing a really good trade on a daily basis, and even the nightclubs are relatively busy too, although of course actual dancing is still not allowed. Back down to the beach again, it's great to see lots of places being proactive in getting customers in and offering lots of great deals on drinks displayed on posters or blackboards to get you in. Who couldn't resist a cold bucket of beer surrounded by ice, or a long yummy cocktail freshly made behind you while you gaze at the beach and the sea? In the Valencian region, all these establishments currently have to close at midnight, and with the COVID cases still increasing, especially amongst the younger population, It has been announced this week that from Monday the 26th of July, 77 municipalities in the Comunidad Valencia will now have a curfew reintroduced, which also includes Benidorm. However, the curfew will only run from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m, so it doesn't really affect most people, and we will all still have a full half hour to stagger home from the pub, and will mostly be asleep during these hours anyway. The main reason these measures have been brought in is to prevent the Bottion, which is a typical Spanish activity amongst the young when they get together en masse in public areas to socialise while drinking alcohol. This has now been banned by the authorities and local police, and they are looking to bring in large fines to discourage anyone who is tempted to do so. The beaches still remain completely unroped off, unlike last year, so you can come and go as you please without having to check in with a beach attendant. Although there are still beach employees dotted around under their white umbrellas on the promenade, should you need information or assistance with anything whilst you are down on the seafront. In cheerier news, it's been announced this week that next year Benidorm will host a TV programme in which the next Spanish entry for the Eurovision Song Contest will be chosen. Although we in the UK mostly see the Eurovision as a bit of a joke, especially when voting is so political and we never seem to do very well, it is quite a revered contest here, and everyone, in the media and the council at least, seem pleased that the town has been chosen to host this event. The council highlighted that music has always been linked to Benidorm, recalling that at the end of the 1950s the resort took on the challenge of organising a great national musical event that led to the Benidorm Song Festival, which was held nearly every year from 1959 until 2006. The festival, which was seen as a cultural phenomenon at the time, as well as including a handy promotional element for the resort, made Benidorm a benchmark in this field, and many songs, composers and performers were launched to international fame from this platform, including Julio Iglesias. The TV event, run by national channel RTV, will host a 3-day-long festival in Benidorm in February 2022 and will consist of 2 semi-finals and a grand final held on successive days. While it's not particularly my cup of tea, I'm sure it will bring lots of much-needed busy into the resort, and who knows, I might just take a stroll around the auditorium in the Old Town for an eavesdrop, while listening from a safe distance with an alcoholic drink in hand. Finally, here we see the Poniente end of town is just as packed as the Levante end, with families and friends alike enjoying the sunshine and sand this July. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you have, please give us a like and a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to my channel Benidorm and Beyond if you haven't already. I'll see you next time. Cheers!